You know that old saying, when it rains, it pours? It probably didn't apply to chips back then, but it will today because Pringles is hooking us up with all these new chips. We've got Smoky Mesquite barbecue, we've got Smoky bacon, and we've also got Smoky Cheddar. And then not smoky, but we've got this sharp white cheddar cheese. These are awesome. I can't wait to try them. There's a lot. Hello, welcome to Dad Snacks. We're gonna get to these right now. First up, we've got Smoky Mesquite barbecue. Which one of these would you want to try first? All of them? I don't know, let me know in the comments. Oh, let's see if we can get one that's not in a million pieces. Okay, actually the top one's not bad. Usually I gotta dig in there. Anyway, there you go. Got some seasoning on the outside. Yeah, some smokiness. Let's give it a bite. I'll try one more. Now I'm gonna point this out first. It doesn't taste super smoky at all. If you've ever had the regular barbecue, that's the same type of barbecue flavor you're getting here, but it's toned down a little bit in favor of that mesquite coming through, that mesquite flavor. Just tastes more robust with a little bit of barbecue sweetness on the end, but I see what they were going for here. Up next, this is probably the one I'm most looking forward to, smoky bacon. What are the odds I get a chip on the top that's not broken? Hey, still not bad considering. A little bit, not too bad. I don't know if I've ever had a Pringle that hasn't been broken, at least not recently. Not as much, you don't really see, the seasoning there, but I do smell it. Let's try. Oh, okay. This one has far more flavor. I will say this, I didn't comment on the mesquite barbecue. Those weren't salty. Normally, as you know, if I've had Pringles, they always salt everything. But the mesquite barbecue did a good job of not having an overbearing amount of salt. This one's definitely saltier, but it's bacon, it's supposed to be. So I like it. The smokiness seems to come through a little bit more. Like the mesquite barbecue, it still has that like earthiness, a little more robust, but they did a good job of making this definitely taste different than this, but bring in that bacon flavor you would expect with that little extra saltiness. This is one of the few Pringles I think can be salty. Let's move on to the Smoky Cheddar. Okay, hey, this might be the best looking one yet. And look, it's got a decent amount of seasoning. I don't know if you can see that with my light, but yeah, interesting. Taste, smells like cheddar. I spoke too soon. I think I might have awakened the beast. These are too salty. They're like very pungent, very salty. Saltier than the bacon, which shouldn't be. We can have a little bit of salt in there, but when you're doing smoky cheese, you want to taste that smoke. That smoke should be very prominent, and the cheddar comes in the back end. This isn't doing this. This is just a salt bomb. I've had the regular cheddar cheese chips. I like them. This just doesn't follow that same formula. Those are not salty. These are overboard. And I'm kind of disappointed simply because I thought this would be one of the better ones that I would like. Let's hope the sharp white cheddar version isn't as salty, because I will be mega disappointed if half of these are just over salted. Oh, this is the best one yet. Check it out. And obviously we're not gonna see much because it's white cheddar. All right. All right, there is salt on those. It is a little overbearing compared to the cheddar, but it's not as bad as these. I don't know if they just tried to add more saltiness because it was smoky. This is probably more predictable from a Pringles aspect. They seem to like to salt most of their chips. It does mute the cheddar in there a little bit, which kind of disappointing. I don't even think you really needed too much on there, but I am taking that sharp white cheddar. So they are giving me that flavor profile. Just wish they would tone the salt down a little bit. As far as my final verdict, I'm gonna go ahead and rate these two my favorite. I think they're about equal. They're not the best Pringles I've ever had, but they're definitely something I would seek out. I like them equally. They both have a unique flavor. I think I'm gonna go 8.5 on both of these. I'm just happy these exist because it proves that Pringles can make good chips without over salting them. I just wish they would take that avenue a little bit more often. And it also proves it's not just my taste buds that have evolved over the years, because I grew up eating Pringles. So there's no reason that all of a sudden things should change and everything should be over salted. Now, as far as these next two, I'm definitely gonna give them different scores. Smoky Cheddar. There might be somebody out here who likes this. I just wanted a more robust, like bold cheddar flavor with maybe a little bit of salt on the back end. I didn't find that here. I'm gonna go ahead and go 6 on this. As I said, I think somebody might like it, just not for me. And then for the sharp white cheddar, again, I wish it had more of a cheddar forward flavor. The salt is much better on here, but it's still, I'd go get their regular cheddar cheese chips any day over this. I'm gonna go ahead and let's go 7.5 on that. And because I'm a child at heart, you know I had to get one of each and stack them together and try them all at once. Let's go. You know, that really started out great, but then that salt just came in and overpowered everything. I'm gonna try one more time. I'm only gonna use 3. I remove the smoky cheddar just to see if that's the thing that's causing all the salt. But when it first started, I was getting that cheddar, I was getting that bacon, I was getting that barbecue all together, but then that salt picked in. Let's try this. So much better. That was perfect. I got a little bit of saltiness from the bacon, but nothing too crazy. That barbecue was the first thing I tasted. That was awesome. That barbecue, sweet barbecue sauce, and the cheddar just kind of overlays on the top. That actually makes these even better in my book, and I would definitely buy all 3 of those and put it together. And if you want to pick these up, these were at my Walmart, but I also saw them at Target, so those should be hitting most of your major stores in the area. But let me know if you do pick it up, or if you already have. I want to hear your comments. Do you agree with me that sometimes these are over salty? Maybe you like it that way. And if you're not following me, make sure you smash that follow and hit that like. I review snacks like this every day. Would love to have you on this snacks journey. But that's going to do it for me today. Until my next snack, cheers. Oh, we got to do 2, right? Thank you.